Hello.
Hi, Jimin. How are you?
Hey, Greg. Good morning. I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing well, thank you. I keep saying good morning. I should say good evening.
Oh, yes. That's fine. We understand. So, we're waiting for John, right? I guess he'll be joining.
Yeah, I just texted him to see if he's joining us.
Okay. And we are waiting for Milan from our end.
Okay, good.
And Greg, we have Vivek with us. He's our project manager, and I hope he was there in our earlier discussions when we just started our project.
Yeah,
So this is
I
Vivek.
Hello, Greg.
recall.
Hello, Greg. How are you doing?
Great, Vic. How are you?
I'm great. So glad that we met again. I was there in the initial discussion of the UB Sports. I hope you remember when we discussing about the websites and everything. So very glad that I'm talking you again.
Yeah, I'm glad we're talking too. I'm interested to see how you've developed things. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, we've been working on our side mostly on the profile development because that was one of the things we actually never did fully in the last version, which is our last. I call it our third beta. The site that's up now, I mean it's been working, but the only thing that we never did was finish the profile development. So you can tell. Well, first of all, you can build your own profile, but also you're telling other people who you are, and hopefully, then the people who want to get recruited will have a platform to do that. So we spent a lot of time working on that development process, and I believe it's up on our Slack. So
Okay.
I would suggest that
Just
your people, it's not necessarily for the AT app, although it comes in pretty handy because one of the questions we ask is, are you an athletic trainer? And if you say yes, then it puts you into a separate category. And then we can offer the AT app, but also it allows us a chance to ask the other questions. You know, do you need an app? What are how do you work? Are you working in a school environment or an office environment? And who are your patients or clients? And so it was an important part that we needed to finish to get that profile development piece built for the regular site, not the AT app. And so actually the past week and a half, we've been working on that. I think John has done a great job of putting that flow together. So that now is available up on Slack. Now, John hasn't gotten back to me. Has he gotten back to you guys?
no, he hasn't. So that's why I called you before. So I thought you may have pinged him once.
I asked him, but he never answered me.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know. So did you ever invite him, or did you just send the invite to me?
I didn't invited him to the link. I have shared the link with him.
Okay, I see Milan's on now too. Hi, Milan.
Yeah.
Hey, hi, Greg. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing, Milan?
Yeah, I'm good. Is John not there on the call?
He's not on the call yet. I'm wondering if he can make it.
Okay.
Oh, so the main purpose that we had this call today is we have completed our AT app wireframes. So I think John should be there in this conversation because if there's some technical feasibilities, so if he feels like there are some technical troubles, he'll be able to ping us.
Yeah, absolutely. He
So
should be on this call.
yeah.
And he hasn't gotten back to me. I don't know what he's doing right now.
Shall we wait for him or?
Do you want to?
Or can we do this? Can we continue and we can share the video with so John? Is that possible? If he has
That's
time,
fine with
or
me.
yeah, so let's do it because anyway, you're gonna put this video in the YouTube, right?
Of course.
Channel.
Yeah.
So yes, that will be a reference for us too. And at the same time, John can also have a look. And anyway, Vivek is going to share the wireframes with both of you. So you
Yeah,
can
we'll
have
share
a
the
detailed
wireframe link
discussion of
as
that.
well as the prototype links so that you guys can take a look afterwards.
Yeah, obviously, I think that's we can, since it's a recording feature, we can show the wireframe. And since it's not that much technical, it's just a normal wireframe. We could, it's like sharing the ideas. If we are on the same page, the ideas and the navigations, all those things are right. The right elements are there in the screens. All those things are the things which we needed. So I believe we could share the wireframe right now, and since it's having the recording, I mean, John could refer it again, and if there is any corrections, we can get back to us, and we can get corrected, and we can get more forward. So I believe we could start sharing the wireframe.
Yeah.
If that's fine.
Is it okay with you, Greg?
Yes, it is. Bear with me 1 second. I'm going to send an email out to everybody and tell them that our usual meeting is delayed.
Oh, okay.
Bear with me 1 second. Okay, let's go.
Okay.
So
Vivek, I guess you can share the screen. Yeah.
Yes,
yeah, please.
I'm going. Let me know when you're able to see my screen.
I see it. It's perfect.
It's visible.
Okay, great. So we can start with the login screen here. So obviously this AT app doesn't have it's the same database. We are sharing the database. The user database is similar to the UB Sports app. So we are just, there's no process of sign up here. Just log in. If he's an athletic trainer, he's eligible to log in. His credential in the same UB, maybe it's the same username and password is required to the AT app too. So he can just log in. And if we forget his password, he can change his password from here if he wants. So after the login session, this will be the home screen. So the home screen will have 5 tabs. Like this is the My Schedules. So here we provided a calendar. The current day will be shown with the upcoming events, and the schedules will be there. So all the events will be distinguished with the basis on the color. If it's green, it shows like it's a schedule, and if it's a blue, it's called as event. So based on the time ascending order, it will be shown up based on the time. All the details will be shown here. They could see the schedules, which is already. So if if the trainer needs to add a schedule, he can just add that add button and choose the training group he need to add the schedule, gives a title, give a description, add a video link if he want, and he can choose the option like individual or team. So individual is like all the members of this training group. Whatever training group he's choosing up here will be all his members will be shown up here. He can choose, the number of selections, and he can clear it. He can choose everyone and click done, and this member selected will be here. And if we want his team to be, then we just choose a team And we will have a team section that will be discussed after this. So the team will be shown up here. So like if it's a cricket team, then he can just directly, will be an option like cricket team will be here option. So, and click submit, the event will be created. The schedule will be created. So in that way, this is how the schedule will be added to the, based on individual as well as the team. The team similar will have a drop down here. So choose a team from the drop down list and click submit. And thus he can choose the number of persons or the people he need to share the schedule to. So that's all about the schedule. So is there any question? So we can move to the next step.
Yeah, the only question I have is when a trainer, a lot of trainers have separate, will have 4 or 5 people in their office at once, and they will have different areas like the ice bath, like the bicycle, standing bicycle, like the massage bed or massage room. They might even have a couple of other trainers in that room with them. So we have to find a way to have them set up separate areas originally when they set this up, and then the ability to adjust as they go along. But once they have those areas set up, it should, I would think that it would be a drop down. When you say invite a person or invite a team, particularly a person, but it could work for a team as well. Invite a person into the workout room or onto the bicycle or onto the massage table or into the ice bath, that kind of thing. So if there were a drop down and the trainer has the choice of either just come in or to this specific area, that would make it a little bit more clear and concise for the invitees. And that way you're not double booking on the massage table or anything.
Okay.
And yeah, that's the important part with this right now that I see we'd have to add on a little feature there, and that might be something you already have worked out. That's later on, but let's check it out. All right, I'm sorry. That's thank you, Vivek. That's good so far.
Okay, great. So I believe this is fine. So we can move to the next thing. So yeah. So the next thing is obviously the training groups. This is how we are going to add the training groups. This will be the training groups we already created, will be listed down like this. And a athlete, a trainer who needs to add a new group, just add this add button here, and he can upload his group image, give the group title, the description, what sport. With that will be a drop down, which shows he can choose what kind of sport group is this thing, and also the group URL, and enter the zip code and the UB Sports web address if it's needed, and choose a country, the box name, and existing website, and he can create. Similarly, he could add these elements and he can create a group. So once he added a group, so this is how it will be, and this can be created. And after that, this will be the group detail. And here, he can see the members who is going to be, and he can invite them by just clicking on that and invite them and send, like enter their email address and just invite them, and they can be part of this group. So here also they could see the basic description of the group and the image and also the videos we are going to add and all those things. And more importantly, he could manage the team here. So here we had added the ability to add a new team. That is like he can again upload a image, give his team title, a description, and what kind of sports we want to be. And also similarly, he can choose his members already who is part of this group can be added up here too. So based on this, he can create a team, and that will be a part of the group itself. So this is how he's going to create a team that will be inside this particular group. And he can also see all his videos and playlists and all those things. And similarly to the UB Sports app, he could add his new playlist and just embed the codes he needed to, and create after that the video playlist will be created. So this is how
a couple of things here so far. One is he might want to invite people who aren't members of UB Sports yet.
Okay. Yeah.
So that invite button has to have, you know, two choices. One is to invite people who are already UB Sports members and others who aren't. So you have to be an email or a text out to them. Probably just an email.
Yeah.
And so that's one. Two is they not only would want to embed, but they might also want to upload videos. So keep that in mind as well.
Sure, sure.
Okay.
So this is how basically, and here they could add event here from here. When they click on this, he can add an event based on this group. So similarly, he could choose a particular date and he could see all those events, upcoming events, and all those things. That is already, we have a schedule there in the homepage itself, but this is basically not the schedule, but this is entirely the events. All those events he's going to create in the group that will be here. And here he can again create an event from here, just like the title and start date, end date. If it's repeating or not, he can choose the URLs and all those things, and he can just create the event, and obviously the event will be created here. Similarly, he could, can be accessed from the home tab, the schedule itself. There will be, along with the schedule, you can also see the events there too. But in order for the simplifying the things for a particular group, we can have the ability to, add the events from here too. So this is how he is going to add a new events to the particular groups directly. And here, as I said earlier, we could invite, as you said, we can invite them by email or by text, so the people can join here. And when they click on this, they could see the total number of members who is already part of this group can be seen here. So this is how the group is created. And here, when they click on edit, they could again go to that screen and they can update the details they want, like the changing the titles, or they are removing the members or something like that. They could delete a group if they don't want to be. So that's how this is a training group tab. So the schedule tab is done. The training group is done. I believe, is there any question, Greg, in this section?
Two. One is,
yeah.
Are these going to be in alphabetical order, or how are you planning on doing that?
Based on the creation group, we can basically, it will be the based on the creation date. So the last created group can be sorted out, or if you want, we can sort it in the basis of alphabetic order.
I would think you'd want to do two things. One is a couple of things. One is last created. One is, the other one would be the most recently managed or edited. And the third would be alphabetical. And then it might also be like a spyglass button where you could just type in squash and you get the squash team.
Okay, got it. So it will be like mainly based on sort by alphabetic order, last updated, and should be sort by the last updated group, or should be also with created group or updated group. So,
that's great.
Okay. So will be three options: sort by name, sort by updated time, sort by created time.
And what about the search? Can you put that in there?
Sure, sure. Actually, I thought about that, but will it? Maybe there will be a number of training groups. So we could add a search button, a search bar there in order to simplify the searching. So we could add a search bar on the top.
Excellent. Thank you.
Sure. So, so we could move to the next, I believe.
Okay.
So, okay. So the next will be the messages section. So basically the messages section will be inbox. So here the trainer can send a message composed where he could directly send an individual. He can choose the individual from his groups, his total group sections. All the individuals who is part of his training group will be listed out here. Or else he can choose a team option here and choose a particular team. If it's like a broadcasting message, like, hey, cricket team, there will be a schedule tomorrow, like you have to be into the ground practice session or something like that. He can choose a team that will be broadcasted to the all users, or he can just give a special recommendation or training tips to a particular person. He could do that by choosing the individual and choose a person and just click it, and that option will be updated and give a subject and he can just send it. So it will be a basic inbox thing. So when he click on that, he could just, the thread will be open. He can just type in the messages and they could start, leave the messages here and give a reply to that. So that's, and there will be 3 sections: inbox, unread, and send messages will be shown up here. Basically this is all about the messages section. So
okay, if there are unread messages, will there be a little circle around that envelope that'll say like 3 or 4 or 5 or whatever?
Yeah, we could either we could change the color of the cell, like if it's unread, or we can change an icon shown up here like it's unread, like in a message, open message or closed message. So just like we could see a mailbox closed, mail mail letter closed, letter open, something like similar to that, just like it's unread or it's open. So we could add up there a bubble or something.
What about when you are looking at other pages? Is there something that down by at the bottom where you have the envelope, you could have a little bubble with how many messages are waiting to be read down there?
You are talking about inbox section where you could see a badge number with the number of 1200. Yeah, sure, we could do that.
Okay, and there too, where it says unread, that's probably more important.
Yeah, that's why we particularly shown that unread messages are being categorized. So it will be convenient for the users, like the trainer groups, like directly go to the unread messages by. Also, you could refer back to all messages if you want.
Excellent.
So this will shows the send messages he already sent to the people. So that will be later categorized later. So this is all about the message section. So is there any questions on this section?
No, that's great.
Okay. So moving on to is obviously notifications, like the people who's going to join the groups. All these notification will be shown up here. Like this is just a like a notifying thing for the athlete trainer who's, if that event is going to happen or people are joined, notifications can be shown up here.
And those will be native notifications on Android and iOS, right?
Yeah.
And that will show up in the settings section on, I only know iOS, so I'm speaking to iOS. The settings section, you'll have your choice of whether it's a banner that stays up or banner
definitely
and all that. Okay.
Definitely, that is push notification. Definitely, push notification will be there. In some cases, if the user restricts push notification, people obviously in iOS people can restrict the notification. That's obviously the privacy thing. So even if they restrict that within our application, we could show this notification like a bell icon here with there is a notification that you messed out, or you can push notification, something like when you tap it, it's gone. We cannot see it again. So in order for that, we put up a separate notification tab inside the application, so he could refer back the notifications he missed out.
Okay, great.
All right, so that's all about the notification tab. I believe we can move to the next tab. So this will be the training profile of, so basically his profile image, his name and his short description will be shown up here. Obviously there will be the notification section as well as a change password where he could change the password if he want. And basically the relevant links for the UB Sports app, privacy policy and all other things. And the logo button will be there. So here when the trainer can easily edit his basic information like his name or his image can be updated from this application too.
Excellent.
So this is the entire flow of the AT app. So far we constructed. So we obviously have the notes which you told, the changes which we want to make, all those things are noted. So is there anything else you need to add on this?
At this point, no. Yeah, I thought this is going to be very straightforward. It really is set up to work within the school or the office, and it looks like you figured that all out. So that's good. One last question. There is going to be, number one, the athletic trainer is going to pay amount of money to use this. How do they do that up? up front when they sign up? How do we have a subscription system or a place, pages where that's going to happen, where they're actually signing up and then paying?
Actually,
yeah,
yeah, Milan, yes, please.
Yeah, so Greg, in order to use this app, the trainer must be a member of the UB Sports original application. They must be already registered in the UB Sports system. And from there, we have a page that we discussed earlier, right? They have a NATA number and subscription model through which only they will get the access to this application. So basically, once they are verified, only they will be accessing this application. So that's how they will be getting the access. Otherwise, they can't even sign in or use this application. So that part actually comes in the UB Sports main application.
Right. And
yeah.
when how are they going to pay for it? Is that going to be using your Stripe, the Stripe account, or do we have to do it through Shopify? How do we do that?
Yeah, currently that part, the subscription model is actually being pushed to phase 2 or 3, as John suggested. But our option is to use, there are so many subscription models. One is like RevenueCat, which manages the Android as well as iOS subscription at one place. Otherwise, we have other Stripe models, Stripe subscription model, as well as so many other, subscription systems through which they can directly enter the credit card details and subscribe. So they can even cancel at any point, and then we can restrict their access to the application. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other side of that is when the athletic trainer is in a corporate setting, they might want to bill the individual clients who are using it, the patients actually. That's on the other side. We're actually literally billing the patients. Any idea how we can go about that?
I'm sorry, I didn't get that part.
The people who are, there are two settings, right? There's the school setting where the school is paying for the athletic trainer. Then there's the corporate setting if the athletic trainer has their own office set up in a regular office building or something. When that happens, they will be billing their clients separately, either, again, using Stripe or our account, or using, actually, it might even be a billing to the health insurance company.
Okay, so Greg, right now we haven't incorporated that part where the trainer actually bills the client. So the client or the user will be actually receiving all these functionalities through the UB Sports main application, right? So that part for now is free. I think we'll have to sit and figure out how the trainer is going to bill a client or a person if that kind of model is needed.
All right. Yes, I have a couple of calls to make that I have to make to the Athletic Trainers Association. I'm going to ask that question, how they go about doing that.
Yeah, right now what we have figured out is when the trainer actually manages a school or an academy, all those kind of stuffs. So you have seen the groups that he creates, right? A trainer can create a special kind of group. A trainer can create. So it can be a school, or it can be based on an academy, or it can be based on his personal space or office. But we haven't constructed a model where he builds his client. So that part is yet to be figured out. So I guess we'll have to sit and discuss, or you guys can discuss it internally and come up with a idea which we can take it up further.
That's excellent. All right, we'll work on that. That's going to be it's not going to be hard. It's just a little bit different workflow. So I'll work on that with John.
Yeah, one thing I'm concerned about is for what all features or what all things the trainer should actually build the user. So that's the part which you guys actually need to focus.
Yeah, we'll work on that the next couple of days.
Yeah. So that's the thing. What all kind of services he actually needs to provide, which is billable. So that's the thing you guys actually need to figure out. Yeah.
Milind, I like the way you set this up with the calendar. Like that's what we were talking about doing with the regular UB Sports app.
Yes, I have changed that. Wait, I can actually show you the screen for in the UB Sports. Otherwise, we can show it in the meeting. Let me just run the UB Sports application in my simulator. It might take some time, like 3 to 5 minutes. But I have changed, and like the way you told, we have changed it to calendar as well as with badges. So the entire events will be listed like in a monthly view, and the badges, number of events for a day, will be shown on the days. So
excellent.
give me some time, like 3 to 5 minutes. I'll just run it in similar, and I'll show you how it looks now.
No problem.
It's pretty similar to what you have seen in the wireframe now.
Yeah, that does look good. That'll work very nicely, Milind. Thank you.
Yes. Because that was a valid request, and I thought it was necessary in the application, so we changed it.
Thank you.
Okay, that's it from my side.
Great. So, Greg, as we have seen the wireframe flow, you might have the recording. So please refer it with with John. Maybe John has a different, John has a different view on this. So please share your feedback, and we can work on it. And if you have any corrections or something, so we could start working on it, and we could update you with the latest wireframe.
I think the only adjustments that I see are the ones that I mentioned, and also one other one that I'm thinking about is I want to make sure that the video section, the trainer will be able to call out and say, say I'm looking for ankle taping videos, and then if they can put those up there, and then if they have to do their own because the ankle taping videos that they can find aren't good enough, they're going to be making their own. So that's why they'd want to upload like that. The other, and then if they can have those in playlists, as you said, where they would have ankle taping playlist and elbow taping and an ice bath playlist and that kind of stuff, so people can see what they're supposed to be doing.
So my suggestion would be like, if you are doing to upload it, obviously we might have to. Will there be a restriction, like you can upload any amount of video length, like if it's 1 hour or 50? Is there a length duration if you want to? Since we are obviously uploading that to the S3, Amazon S3 bucket. So if you are uploading a very large video, it will obviously should we have to restrict the user for any criteria like a video duration or video size?
I would say I don't think that the trainer would ever want to do something very long. I think it's really more a matter of a 5-minute video or a 10-minute video, how to do a specific task while they're in the training room. So I don't think that's a problem. But I wouldn't make a limit. I wouldn't say, you ran out of time or whatever. All right, that's something we have to worry about.
So yeah, so we can upload any amount of size of video. If the trainer needs to create a long video, like how to make a proper throw or something, a baseball throw or something, like a tutorial, something kind of stuff, he could just upload the video directly to here, and he could people can see that in the group itself.
Right, that's fine. Sure. It's a lot of people don't know how to use embed code, because that usually you're just copying the URL, the copy paste thing off of the regular YouTube.
I totally agree.
Right. So they don't know about the embed code and how that actually works. And that's something also we have to make sure that we're able to adjust the size when somebody puts in embed code. Usually if they have their own, it has its own size, and we need to make sure we're able to adjust that. But I'm sure you already know that.
Yeah, sure. So should we remove this ability by pasting the embedded code, or should we directly upload the video from the file disk or from the phone, or they could upload it directly, or should this stays like pasting the URL should stay along?
It'd be nice if they could, if the name of video happens automatically, but usually you just get the URL. It doesn't copy the name of the video when you take it off of YouTube or Vimeo.
Okay,
so they have to write their own.
Yeah, that like if you click on this button, we could give the user an option, the trainer option, like if you like to upload a video or you can embed a video, something like an option. They could choose multiple way by creating a playlist. Yeah. So I believe we could also add up here, like if it's optional, either you could choose embedded video or you can upload the video from here.
Right. I don't think we have to worry about the playlist name or uploading a playlist name, because usually it'll just be the name of the playlist, and then you start uploading or copying and pasting the embed code or uploading a video. Sure. So, but I like the way you did it there. We have you can type in the playlist and then you go right into uploading the video. That's a good thing to do.
Yeah. So the thing is, like while creating the playlist, playlist itself, you can actually add the videos. Otherwise, when you are editing the videos, you can actually edit the playlist name also. So it's like both can be done at the same time.
Yeah.
So
great.
Yeah.
So that is one thing which we can add it. And also here, as we discussed, we can invite other user who's outside the UB Sports to this group too, like by entering the email address, by email address.
Right? Okay, that's great. That's great.
Yeah. I think
the groups themselves, are they going to end up being in under the UB Sports main groups file, or is there going to be a separate altogether place for groups that are formed or teams that are formed in the AT app?
So Greg, the idea is when the trainer creates a group in this application, that group will be entirely private. Okay, it will be visible in the UB Sports main application, but only restricted contents will be shown to the normal users, unless they are invited and joined. So once if the trainer actually invites someone and he joins the group, then only he will be the functionalities of this group will be visible to him, like the main things like manage, teams, schedules, all those kind of stuff. Otherwise, the most of the stuff will be not visible to the outside users, because it's a group with a special purpose, right? So that's how it's going to work.
Okay, I would suggest that we do two things. One is we have the members join through UB Sports and become UB Sports members. Our goal in this whole thing is to make sure that we're bringing as many people into UB Sports who can enjoy all the functionality of UB Sports. And the members themselves aren't going to be on this app. They're going to be in UB Sports, getting them invites and everything, right?
Yes.
So
yes.
This is really only for the athletic trainer, this app here.
Yes.
So
this app has only one user base, which is the athletic trainers.
Right. So the groups that they form should either be, and there should be some kind of a toggle there on that page where you're forming the group. It should be either taking a group off of UB Sports itself, because it might be a baseball team that's already on UB Sports. So we should be able to go and grab that group and integrate that immediately into the athletic trainers group clients. So that should be available to them. But also, if you form a group on the AT app, because they don't have a membership yet at UB Sports, the people are going to be joining UB Sports, and you should have some kind of a toggle where you can say either, yes, you want this group to be incorporated into the UB Sports groups, or you want it to be kept totally separate from the UB Sports group. So it's just a yes or no. But the way you have it set up, you're using the same logic and the same names for the groups in the same way you build a group as we did on the UB Sports app. So it should be pretty easy to do.
Yeah, yes. The way the group is created remains same, but the privacy, the visibility, all those stuffs will be entirely private kind of stuff. So the normal users won't be accessible, or they can't even join this group unless there is an invite from the trainer.
Right,
So,
right.
Yes. So,
So it's
that's
the
the kind
invite of the group, or it's the invite of the individual people over on UB Sports. Correct.
Yeah. So that's how. But if you want, the group can be visible in the UB Sports group search. But the things inside the group won't be visible. Like people will know that there will be a private. I mean, there is a private group like this, and things are happening inside that group. But they won't be actually shown what the stuff are actually happening because it's a private group, and it's kind of paid stuff, right? So that's how we are actually planning to build this.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
That's excellent with the AT app, because there are going to be people there who aren't athletes and don't want to be involved with everybody else on UB Sports. They just want to get there, and it's usually going to be in the corporate setting. If the athletic trainer is actually a person or a physical trainer for an office building, and that's if somebody sprains their ankle walking into the doors or something. There should be, that's what these people are going to be doing. So they wouldn't necessarily want to be visible members of UB Sports, but they still have to be using the UB Sports app to get into the athletic trainers group. Right.
Yes, yes.
So that's one. Yeah, that's the important part right there. That's what we really have to be considering, how to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay, let's go with that for now. There might be an adjustment to that, a minor adjustment, but right now that sounds like what we have to be doing.
Great. I believe, Melinda, is there anything else you need to add on that?
No, nothing much from my side. But Greg, we can share the prototype as well as the wireframes with you and John. You guys can take a look, and if there are any feedbacks, you can let us know.
Oh, I see John's on now. John just joined, actually.
Oh, okay. Hey, John.
Good morning, all. Sorry I'm late.
Hello, John.
Sorry for the late notice, John.
Yeah, it's all right. I didn't really see the invite until it was too late. So.
Oh, it's okay. We videoed the whole thing, of course, so that's going to be up on our channel as soon as I can upload it. So you can watch it from the start. But where did you come in? Did you come in while they were still showing these wireframes?
Just right before where you started to talk about the groups.
Okay. So John, this is Vivek here. So if you want to show, I can show you a preview of what we have discussed so far, and I could just show a glimpse of what the wireframe looks like.
If you've already done that, I can view the recording of the meeting afterwards.
Okay, great.
Great, thanks, John. All right, I will get this up immediately as soon as we get done.
Sure.
That's fine. Okay, is there anything, any other components here that we're worried about that you guys have questions about?
I believe it's all okay from my side. Please do. Again, you might have a different angle if after you view it again. So please do have a look at the video. Again, we will be sharing the wireframe. I believe I already shared in the chat itself before starting. So it's already there in the link, but we will send you the email with the wireframe flow. So you could please go through it. Again, if you have a different view or something, please let us know your thoughts and the right way. Is there any suggestions or you can add up to? So we could work on it and we can update you with the updated wireframe.
Excellent. And Millen, did you get to that other section that we were wondering about?
Yeah. The main application, right? Yeah, one second. Let me share. So is it visible now?
There you go, yes.
So this is a calendar that that we changed. So you can see, right?
Oh, that's really nice. That's a good change.
Yeah, yeah, you can see the events for a particular day, and you can sort it out and see like this is stuff that you guys were actually, Greg was talking about, right? Greg?
Yes, that's good.
Yeah. So we have actually changed it. Now it shows the entire events in the monthly fashion, and you can just select each day and you can see all the events related to that day. So we'll get the entire view in a high level as well as you can drill deeper.
Okay, now up top you have, yeah, exactly, with there. Group events.
So, and you have filters also. You can see all the public events as well as the events from the groups, like my groups, the groups which I have joined in, as well as the groups which I own.
Okay, now there's a couple of pieces of logic there that are important. One is if I'm searching for an event, I'm either going to be looking for all public events within a certain area. So like between 25 and 50 miles or something, so I can see what's available on that calendar. Two would be all events in either the state or the country in my sport. And, I have my favorite sports picked out. So it could just go through that list. And then you could say all events in cricket in the country, or all events in cricket in around the 50 miles. So you have to have some kind of logic there. We can narrow it down a bit. Otherwise, there's going to be like a million events. And
yes. We have, that functionality is not in the website or in the app yet, but I guess we'll have to take it up afterwards. We can have a search option for the events, like with the criteria that you mentioned.
That's great. Excellent.
Yeah. So, and the detailed demo, I guess we can have it on Wednesday, and I can show you some glimpse, like this is the feed that which we were working on. The events, albums, updates, all the stuff will be actually listed in the feeds and all. So I'll show the detailed things on the call on Wednesday.
That's great. Thank you.
Oh.
Okay. So I guess that's all from the technical end. Greg, we can have can we have a 2-minute talk? It's trophy management, so
sure,
the developers can leave.
Yes.
Yeah. So it was nice talking to you, Greg. See you soon.
Thank you, Vivek. Good job.
Thank you, Vivek and Milan. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, thanks, Jimmy. Thanks, Greg. Thanks, John.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks.
Bye.
Do you need me to stick around, Greg, for right now?
Good, John, thank you very much. Yeah, I'll talk to you when I get done with everything else I got to take care of.
Okay. Otherwise, I'll see you at 1 if I don't hear from you before.
That's great. Thank you. Excellent.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you, John. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
So, Greg, I guess Javed will join us. So, just a second. He will join in any minute.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.